My wife faked love only for the money. My wife and I have been married for 8 years and we dated for a long time before that. I own my family business, fashion, and jewelry. We have 2 daughters. First off, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not an attractive person. I look average at best. I don't have a chiseled body, but I'm fit. My wife is really beautiful, and I always wondered what she saw in me. I was bald at 19, so I hope you guys get the picture. When I was in my 20s, I was very awkward and introverted. I didn't date many girls because no one was interested in me. I met my wife in college. We had similar interests and I fell in love with her. I asked her out and she said yes. I was on cloud 9. And we never looked back. Yesterday was our anniversary. We had a small celebration. When we were about to sleep, my wife started crying. I was really worried because I did not understand why. She hugged me and told me that she wanted to confess something. She ended up telling me that she faked her love for me when we were dating. She also told me that she cheated on me when we were dating. But she fell in love with me a couple of years after we got married. She told me that she really matured at that time and realized that I was the most important person in her life. She also claims that she never cheated on me once we got married. She told me because she really felt guilty. She told me that she would do everything to make it up. I was really devastated. I always kind of wondered what she saw in me, and I think I have my answer now. I'm broken. I also know that I only know this because she confessed. I don't know what to do, and I need help moving past this. Can you guys help me with some advice? Edit. Thank you guys. I have decided that I'll do a paternity test and make my decision based on the outcome. Edit 2. Also, I've asked her to move out till the paternity tests are out. Edit 3. Though she fell in love with me now, I think I've fallen out of love now. I think I'm done with this relationship. This is really hard. Deception is so hard to overcome. If I were in your shoes I would ask myself if she has been a good wife to me. I would ask if she is a good mother to my children. I would ask if I could see her being a partner for me going forward. Ask her what she thinks she should do to make this up to you. Because you don't know anything that could do that. She made the plans to lie and cheat. She needs to make the plans to repair it. Ask so many questions and use the answers to make your decision going forward. Tell her that while this happened years ago for her, it just happened for you. Tell her that if you can forgive her that it will involve years, not days. That you will ask her uncomfortable questions. That she will be tempted to not answer fully or lie. Tell her that any hedging or omission will break the trust even further. That when you ask a question, that you expect the full answer, even if that answer will hurt you more. Tell her that she has lied by omission to you for your entire marriage and that all the lies have to stop immediately. Don't be hasty. The temptation will be to divorce and not look back. That very well may be the right decision. But make that decision as much with your head as with your heart. You have 2 daughters to think of too. Think of what will be better for them. A loving house, if you can forgive. A hateful house, if you can't. Or 2 separate loving houses. I'll give you a hint. It isn't #2. You are tied to your wife through your daughters for the rest of your life. That you must realize now you can't avoid. But you can choose if you want to be tied directly to her. That you can decide. I can say nothing positive about the cheating. I would ask you to realize that people marry for reasons beyond love all the time. They can have stunningly successful marriages that were born out of necessity, arrangement, societal pressures or financial desires. I've seen it all. So try not to judge her too harshly on her reasons for marrying you. She did choose to tie her life to yours. She made the choice that you were superior to every great looking guy to spend her life with you. Yesterday you had someone finally opened up and admitted their terrible past misdeeds. Yesterday she finally truthfully told you that she loved you. Some people never hear someone honestly say to them that they are loved. While yesterday was horrible in so many ways, it was also a chance to take your marriage to the next level. It will be hard, if not impossible, to overcome this. I can't imagine your pain right now. But remember to use both your head and your heart. Make this decision slowly. Don't be afraid if you choose to continue life's journey with her or without her. But do whichever on your own term. Well, the top comment is amazingly bad advice, but has enough traces of good advice sprinkled in, so it looks like a balanced and reasoned view of the situation. What previous comment is telling Op is that, basically sure, she used to cheat with other guys while you were engaged, but she isn't sleeping with them anymore, so you are a real winner. Op's wife is a master liar and manipulator, but the advice given here is to turn the other cheek, because, you know, she has feelings now. What Op just found was that what should have been the best time of his life was all a lie. From the beginning, all he was for her had the shape of a walking wallet, someone to profit off of. She's a cheater, has always been one, but somehow she is worthy of all the trust in the world. What Op's first concern, most of all, should be to verify that children are indeed his children. Once a cheater, always a cheater is not just a fun things we say at parties, and when everyone is having a good time. It's a stereotype for a reason. With people like Op's wife, guilt is not a factor. Why she decided to come clean may have many triggers, but guilt is not one of them. Chances are she is still nursing an affair here and there, and she is under threat of having said affair made public. It is easier to control the situation by doing exactly what she did. Now she has control over the situation. She is the arbiter of information flow towards Op, and any new revelations Op may be confronted with will first have to go through her filter. Her claim that she all of a sudden fell in love with Op after they married is ridiculous, and most likely a lie. What changed between not being married and being married? Well, now she has more to lose. After they got married, she has access to family finances, but she also has children to care for. In case of a divorce, her quality of life will drastically drop. Sure, she may have a nice settlement after a divorce, but it will nowhere as nice and cozy and secure as it used to be when married. So of course she fell in love. Heads over heels, I bet. Cheaters are marvelous creatures when looked at from a scientific point of view. How they can warp reality and construct realities out of thin air is something science can't explain. What Op is going through right now is the initial stages of trickle truthing. She just told him she never cheated on him after they got married, to be followed by the revelation that, hey, maybe, once, when she was drunk, she may have kissed someone else. And later he will find that she may have blown some guy, and then he may find that she may have slept with some guy, and so on, and so on. New element will be released, slowly, and only if Op has it in himself to fight a battle of attrition, because that's what trickle truthing is. It will mentally exhaust him, it will ruin him, and the more he fights, the more devastating information is unearthed. What the first step here needs to be, is to find out what triggered this revelation. Most likely, as I have already mentioned, she is under threat by an external force, and she has to take action and grab the reins on this situation. Next, make sure the children are your own. This is an absolute must. You can even tell her paternity tests will be performed, and she has no say in it. But, honestly, a divorce will probably be the healthiest option. Take as much time as you need, as previous comment advises, but most probably, your conclusion will be the same. You have been used for as long as you have been married. Your role was that of a walking wallet, and now somehow you will be made into the bad guy if you don't fall in line. What I suspect will happen, however, is this. Op, you will most probably think you can't do any better than your wife, because you seem to be very deprecating talking about yourself. So you will try to make it work. But, unfortunately, this information is brand new for you. It is raw, and you will not cope that well with having knowledge of it. You will try to make it work, maybe even hide your true feelings for a while. I suspect depression will be a factor here. You will not be able to let it go. Insecurity will join depression, and will dance in your daily life, but it will not be an entertaining dance. Your wife will start getting fed out with your new attitude, with your newfound inability to deal with what she has done. She will snap at you, she will show her true colors. Because there is no remorse. She will not be able to sympathize with you. I just don't see how this relationship can continue on healthy grounds. There is no path for that. The most ridiculous justification for her behavior I've also read in the comments here, courtesy of, who said, "This guy gets it. The cheating thing is awful." To me that's the worst part of the whole situation. This may be an unpopular opinion, but just some perspective, it hasn't been that long since women basically had to marry for financial security. Men would look for an attractive homemaker and women would look for someone to provide for them. Even in modern society, you still see these themes in the media. I honestly believe that all those considerations play into someone's attractiveness. So what if you're average looking? You've got 2 successful businesses. You've obviously got a good personality, or else your wife wouldn't have stayed this long. I'm sure the fact that she's a beautiful woman made her more attractive to you. As a previous poster said, people marry for a lot of different reasons. I guess what I'm saying is she loves you now. Apparently enough to tell you her deepest, darkest secret. She built a life with you and feels guilty about how it began. Honestly, the cheating thing really hurts. From your post, it sounds like she's matured a great deal since then. You've grown together and have a family together. This is all news to you, so obviously it hurts. I'd suggest couples single therapy to work through all this. You see, poor lady had to marry this guy for financial security. She is innocent. She couldn't be bothered to work for financial security. She had to marry this rich guy. But hey, it was just her little dark secret, and now that she told up about it, everything is good in the world. People who think like this actually exist, and they voice their opinions in the comments here. She doesn't love you now. She loves the money you have. She loves the financial security. Somewhere along the way, she might even started tolerating you. But the idea she loves you is ridiculous. Comment and subscribe.